you, Jay. Larry Haynes. Larry?
And just a couple of things there. First, I'd like to take this time to thank all the department heads and the borough workers for the job they've done in the past year. We'll also be looking to them for some suggestions on how to improve some things in 2009. And also, just for the record, Mayor, I got to make a statement, I guess it is. You know, when you sit up here and you get criticized for maybe some of the decisions that you make, I want to let residents know, I've served on council for 20 years now. I've sat through 2 different mayors, 3 including Mayor Burchell here. I served with his father. I served with Mayor Sabetta. And I just want to let the residents know, out of all those years, you'll never find a more committed governing body than you have right now. Don't make all the right decisions all the time, make mistakes, but that's human nature. But no one should ever question the commitment that these young people have on this governing body. Because I can tell you, they're not only involved here in trying to improve their community, they're also out there every day in the community in some capacity, which I have questions on some of the people that sit out there, and I wonder what their community service really is, because I've never seen it. So, you know, for those who want to throw snowballs and say how bad we're doing, we're all human. We don't make the right decisions all the time, but we're trying our best and the best of our capability. And yeah, we make mistakes, but you know what? We'll move on and we'll correct them. But don't ever sit there and doubt the commitment of this governing body. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry. Larry, very nicely put. Let me wrap up with just a few remarks both on this new year and where I think we're going. First of all, as it's been well said by everybody, Happy New Year to everyone. And thank all of you for coming out. I was just interrupting. I just want to pick up a rhythm and get rolling.
Joe had it. I was going to mention it.
Oh, then I'm happy to mention this. One of the things that was brought to our attention, I say this as a community, some in the room are aware of it. We have a very active what's called GAP pack, which is made up of citizen volunteers between our heavy industry. And there now is a program of notice should something occur, and it's called Ready or Not. And it is up and running. And you can access that through our municipal website. And for those who are not on the website and don't have a computer, you're also able to access it as well. I'll let Joe explain it afterwards if anyone cares to talk to him. We're going to be circulating more information community-wide about this because it's an excellent program. And it's run in cooperation with GAP and those people do a fine job. And Joe, you'll give us details as we go along with that. Thank you, Joe. Now, I'd like to continue, and I'd like to close out this meeting on following. First of all, a Happy New Year to everyone. And for the regulars who come to these meetings, thank you very, very much. It's greatly appreciated. And for those who are cleaning their streets in front of their house and directly involved in setting a community standard, which is where we want to get to, a big thank you. I look at Joyce when I say that. I look at Barry with neighborhood watch when I say that, because I mean it sincerely. And I'll say to all of you that the problems we face in this town are mirrored and repeated across this nation at a time in America where society has changed, in some cases not always for the better. But there's one thing to remember, that we must always build on the positive. The constructive criticism is just what that sounds like. It's constructive. We need both the constructive criticism and the encouragement as a community to take on these issues, which I think we do head on. Those who would simply be critical and say the world is ending will soon find in their own world will be a self-fulfilling prophecy that they themselves will be struggling with. I want to say that I'm very, very pleased to live here. I choose to live here. I want to live here. And I'm now entering my 15th year as mayor, and I think the community service and the valuable experience I gained from being here, I like to think has contributed in some way to the forward progress of this town, which I think is noticeable looking back 10, 12 years ago where we were and where we are. We all recognize the serious issues in front of us and what we have to confront. There's a great deal yet to be done. But for those who know and had houses torn down and things taken away that have been difficult for them, there is significant progress. The issues of budgets is something this nation itself is struggling with, and it is affecting us directly. What fell out of the sky with ExxonMobil and what will have to be the settlement arrived at with Citgo coming in the first quarter of this year is the result. I'll say it very plainly. I've said it publicly. It's just a matter of corporate greed. But my friend, that's simply the hand we're dealt, and that's going to be how we deal with it, and we're going to do the very best we can this year to take the edge off of whatever increase has to occur, because all of us, like all of you, pay taxes as well. None of us could break on our taxes at any extent either. So I say to all of you as you look at 2009, if you took the budget issues away from us, meaning the general economy, this is a year of great optimism, great optimism. Now, what will occur in timetables, I think the port project will continue to be on the pace that has been announced both publicly and in print, because I think when the President speaks of infrastructure projects, the Port of Paulsboro fits very nicely in what this nation is being prepared to invest in. Now, what will happen in Exit 18 and these projects which are approved and waiting, that remains to be seen as we see how the economy bounces back, how quickly it bounces back, and again, what the relationship is between our federal government, which I expect is going to be a renewed partner to the state level and down to the municipal level. So for all in this room who have contributed to the progress we made, a very big thank you. And at a given point, we must take a moment, recognize the accomplishment, build on the positive, and continue to talk about good things. Because we have to look forward, and we have to recognize that those who would not be part of the solution, those who don't want to build and do better, will be left behind and to their own devices. But we're going to maintain a community standard that benefits everybody. Great optimism for 2009. Stay involved as we unfold the budget. It's going to be difficult, but we're going to take it head on, and we're going to deal with it like everyone else does. So to all of you, a Happy New Year. Be safe. We'll see you at the next meeting. Motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.